head coach Ralph Turner. And Ralph, as always, after the holidays, we ask, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was ho, ho, ho.
Did Santa bring you what you wanted?
Yeah, always. Every day my day's Christmas. Every day my life is a Christmas.
And your ball club, let's talk about the first half of the year. You know, it's tough sledding on a couple games early in the year, but I think all in all, this has been a pretty good ball club for you so far.
I love my team. Everybody gets tired of me saying it. I love my guys. I love my team. Look, we played the hardest preseason schedule in the country. I'll say that. Anybody want to match up teams, let them look at them and see if they played anybody better. We lost games on the road. That happens. The only game we've lost in conference has been to Fort Lewis. I'm pleased with how we are, where we're going, and excited about the new year.
One thing about it, when you play a schedule like that, and as long as you don't get blown out of the place, it toughens you up. Even if you lose a couple of tough games, sometimes that works to your benefit.
Well, it's a process, Jim. You know, me and Nick Saban, we're all about the process. And basketball's a long season, and it's all about the process of getting better every game. And in the end, the scoreboard will take care of itself. And I think that's where we're progressing.
Well, you get to open up here at home after the holiday break. First of all, a lot of coaches say, well, I like a little bit of a break. It gets me a chance to get some of my players healed up, but sometimes you get a little rusty. What's your feelings about it? How's your team come back and bounce back in practice this week?
Oh, I thought it was great. You know, glad they could go home and spend time with their families. Maybe reestablish what really matters most in life isn't basketball, but it is your family and your relationships. But our guys were not injured, so we were playing well, so you sort of hate to take the break, but 7 days is not that long a break. I will say this is the shortest turnaround we've ever had since I've been head coaching in break to first game back, so it'll be interesting to see how either team plays.
Well, it's nice to be at home, though, with that first game out of the saddle.
Well, maybe, but if you play poorly, maybe we should be on the road so nobody can see it.
Well, this Black Hills State Ball Club, they'll grind at you a little bit. They've had some losses kind of perplexing, but they've also had some very big wins, and one thing about it, they'll battle you defensively.
Well, they're the number two defensive team in the league. They're the last team in scoring in the league. They're the number one defensive field goal percentage shooting defensive team, and they're the last team in shooting on offense. They average 69 points a game at home, 49 on the road. I don't know what to expect. All I remember is last year they beat us by 20 here, and that's enough said, right?
Well, that is exactly to get your attention, but one thing is for sure, if they win ugly, they tend to lose ugly. So what you want to do is make it kind of a beautiful game.
Well, I don't know. They've lost a one-point game to Regis at home. That's not ugly. They just play a slower tempo. To me, this is another game, and we'll see how it goes, but it's dictated so much by how the fouls are called, because they need, if they're going to have a chance to play close to people, they have to get to the foul line. They're last in the league in three-point shooting. They don't shoot the ball well from 2-point, but if they can get you in foul trouble and get to the foul line, they have a chance to beat you. So we're going to have to guard a little bit. We'll probably play some zone tonight, too, with some man, and hopefully, you know, last time we played the top defensive team, that was Westminster, and we scored 89. I'll be interested to see how many we can score tonight.
Well, the other thing about your ball club, it seems like every game this year, for the most part, you've had a run where you've really had a knockout punch, but you've been able to, particularly of late, put a pretty good run on people in the second half and get control of the game.
Well, we've played Mason, Western State, both of them are at the bottom of the league. Beat Westminster at home, that was a good one, and beat Highlands on the road. Highlands has won their last two on the road, and so that's turning out to be a good win. But, you know, the thing I like best about our team, Jim, is we got a lot of depth and a lot of flexibility. And if one guy can't get the job done, another guy steps up, and that's really the strength of our team, and that's what we'll be about tonight.
All right, good luck tonight.
Thanks so much, Jim.
All right, Thunderbolts head coach Ralph Turner back at the starting lineups. Opening tip-off ball comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena as we get set for men's action here tonight. Just joining us, Thunderwolves women winning earlier, 66-55. And if you want to hear those post-game interviews, I'll get them posted up on my Facebook page, Jim Brooks fan page. Probably about halftime of the men's game, we'll have a chance to work on it there a little bit. But they are in the can, so to speak. We just got to dice them up, edit them up, and put them out there for you. But once again, we had Lauren Hine and Jim Turgeon on our post-game interviews. This game here, Thunderwolves men coming in 5-1 in the conference, 7-4 overall. Black Hill State, they're 2-4 in conference play, 5-7 overall. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Starting lineups.
And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Yellow Jackets, a 6'3" sophomore from Charlotte, Denmark, 0, Jonas Anderson. A 6'1" junior from Tallahassee, Florida, number 2, Zach McLemore. A 6'3" sophomore from Stockholm, Sweden, Patrick Mendez. A 6'9" senior from Farmington, Washington, number 12, Max Mueller. And a 6'6" freshman from Falkirk, Scotland, number 24, Fraser Malcolm. Head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Jeff Trumbauer. And now, the starting lineups for your Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves. A 6'2" junior from Lawndale, California, number 1, Will Newman. A 6'3" senior from Maryville, Indiana, number 23, Rico Spikes. A 6'9" senior from Nooseheads, Australia, number 24, Nelson Collar. A 6'1" sophomore from Lyman, Colorado, number 12, Gavin Liggett. And a 6'5" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 15, Josh Smith. Assistant coach Jed Knopfel and head coach of the Thunderwolves, Ralph Turner.
And we thank Dave Miller each and every home game here at Massari Arena for bringing you the starting lineups. Thunderwolves in their road blue tonight. It's a blue out with their white numerals, red trim. Black Hill State, they're wearing their home whites tonight with their gold numerals and a little bit of green trim sprinkled in there. Thunderwolves move it left to right as we look at it courtside here at Massari Arena. We sit on Dave Socher Press Row. For those of you tuning in tonight or watching on the Stretch Internet feed, Dave Socher, one of the legendary sports writers in Pueblo history, probably the most legendary. Dave, you're listening tonight or watching on the Stretch Internet feed. We hope you're doing well. Wish you a Happy New Year. Collar will jump center for the Thunderwolves. It'll be 224s going at it. And it'll be Fraser Malcolm out of Scotland. It's like a United Nations gathering here tonight for Black Hill State. We'll set their lineup here. You probably heard it on the starting lineup. Thunderwolves control the tap. Newman goes up top to Spikes, left side. Now wins the ball, Liggett. Liggett goes down low to Collar. They double team him in a hurry. Come outside. Smith's open. 3-ball on the way. Off the back iron, no good. And the rebound underneath belongs to Mueller. Mueller gives it off to Jonas Anderson. He starts to drive into the paint. He palmed it. Hey, we got our one and only palming call of the game out of the way 23 seconds into the game. They won't call it again all night. That's just to establish that there is a rule. Newman brings it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Works around a screen. They go pick and roll. Outside to Spikes. Spikes wide open. He'll launch the three-pointer. It's good. it goes. Spikes from downtown, and the Thunderwolves off to a 3-0 lead. Here's Jonas Anderson, sophomore out of Stockholm, Sweden. Gives it to Mueller. Now to Mendez. Mendez, he's from Sweden as well. Can that be right? I'm going to have to look here. I might have got a little carried away with my Stockholm, Sweden here. Here's a feed underneath. Ball knocked away by Collar into the corner. Smith saves it to Collar. Ahead now to Newman. Newman across the timeline. Top the key, left side to Liggett. Works around a screen, can't get the shot off. Give it off to Spikes. Right side to Newman. Newman looking for Collar, bounces it into him on the block, goes outside. Wide open here. Smith for three. Swish. Smith from downtown. 6-0 Thunderwolves. 18:40 to go here in the first half. Jonas Anderson works around a screen. Down the lane he goes. Left hand hook up, missed it. Rebound, Spikes, tried to one-hand it, but it goes to Newman. Newman across the timeline. 3-on-3 break. Left side, Liggett the trailer for three. In and out, no good. And the rebound to Mendez. And Mendez will bring it across the timeline. In from the left. And now he angles outside as Smith cut him off. Mendez will be working around the perimeter here. Directing traffic here as they set up. And he starts to drive to the free throw line. Cut off there. Hands the ball outside to Anderson. Anderson into the paint. Spins. Wheels. Goes up. Right hand hook up and in. Jonas Anderson gets the Yellow Jackets on the board at 6-2. Pack on top. Newman brings it across the timeline. 2 minutes into the game here. Glad to have you along tonight on Fox Sports Pueblo. Also checking in on the Stretch Internet feed all around the world. And believe me, it is all around the world here tonight. Here's Spikes outside. He's double-teamed outside. Goes left side into the corner. Liggett fakes the three-pointer. Bounces it down low to Collar. Comes outside to Spikes. Spikes starts to drive into the paint. Kicks it outside, and that's going to be a foul on the Yellow Jackets. Foul is on Mendez. He hits first. Newman to trigger it in, gets it into Collar, back to Newman. He's wide open, 3-ball in the corner. Off the back iron, no good, and the long rebound belongs to Mendez. Mendez brings it across the timeline, on the fly, down the lane, nobody cuts him off, goes up, shot blocked by Collar, rebound no good, rebound to Smith for the Thunderwolves. He hands it off to Newman. Newman on the fly, in from the right, goes up and under, left, no, and the rebound belongs to Mueller. He hands it off to Anderson. Now Anderson will race it across the timeline. Comes out top, ball gets away, but it's loose, but it's picked up there by the Yellow Jackets. Mueller hands it off now to Mendez. Mendez starts a drive, cut off at the top of the key, goes onto the right side to Anderson. Down onto the block, here's Mueller backing his way in. Wheels, turns, goes up, shot blocked by Collar, but he gets his own rebound. Tries to force it up, now comes outside, and there's a shot clock violation. So, big advantage Nelson Collar on that possession as he controlled it. And getting the hook is Max Mueller. He goes to the bench, shoulders slumped down. He is not feeling good about himself. Into the ball game, Sam McLeod. Boy, that brings back memories. Sam McLeod, huh? Here's the ball out top. Here's Collar. Gives it off to Smith. Smith cut off on the wing. Gives it to Liggett. Liggett fakes the three. Now moves in. Shot on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Collar right there for the rebound. On the baseline and banks it in. Nelson Collar dominating in the paint right now. 8 points for the Thunderwolves. 2 points for the Yellow Jackets. There's the handoff outside. McLeod gives it off to Mendez. Mendez yo-yoing the ball outside, comes onto the left wing to McLemore. Now to the high post to McLeod. He's cut off, goes left side. McLemore, quick fire three, short, way off the mark. And Newman saves it nicely. Into Smith, back to Newman. Newman races it into the forecourt, goes left side to Spikes. Spikes will hold it, lob it down low to Collar. Back to Spikes, up top to Newman, right side wide open. Smith open for three, left it short. And Liggett flied in there, tried to get the rebound, but Anderson has it for the Yellow Jackets. He's at the top of the key. He starts a drive, little crossover move, goes between two defenders and draws the foul. Boy, you'd hate to see this one go on Collar, but it might. Oh, they're going to call it on Newman. I think that's a break for the Thunderwolves. We reached our first media timeout here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead it 8-2. It's a 1 minute break. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Well, I did tell you I knew I had a problem with my roster that I filled in here, but Mendez is indeed from Stockholm, Sweden, but Jonas Anderson is not. He's from Denmark. Charlottenlund, Denmark. And the free throw up by the Norwegian is good. He has all 3 points so far for the Yellow Jackets. 8-3. Thunderwolves on top. Second toss is good. All 4 points for Anderson. 8-4. Thunderwolves lead it. 15:30 to go here in the first half. Newman way outside with it. Hands it off now. Radakovic into the game for the Thunderwolves. Goes right side to Newman. Down low. Nice feed in from the right. Shot up and good by Donovan Oldham. 10-4. Thunderwolves by 6. Oldham, the redshirt freshman out of Rampart High School in Colorado Springs. Here's a drive to the hoop by Anderson. Down the lane. Left-hander up and good. Smooth move there. 10-6. Thunderwolves by 4. Will Newman at the top of the key. Hands it off to Radakovic. Turns, faces, hands it off, spikes. Fakes with the ball, now drives into the paint. Dishes off to Radakovic on the baseline. Can't get the shot off. Goes down the wide open shot up and good by the leading scorer for the Thunderwolves, Mark Williams. The old ace in the hole for the Thunderwolves. Williams averaging 15.4 a game. 6th man of the year. It's not even a contest in the conference right now. Here's L.D. Thomas, freshman out of Aurora Central, with the ball. Now feed down on the block, turning, feeding outside, faking the three-pointer, driving the baseline. A little teardrop hit the side of the backboard. No good by McLemore. Spikes, look out from behind. Hits the ball ahead to Williams. He's cut off on the baseline outside to Spikes. Spikes now very calmly, very poised, just slows things down. Gives it off to Newman. They're trying to post up Williams down on the block. He's got a mismatch down there. They're trying to find him down there as he's got McLemore on his backside. Thunderwolves like that. Here's Newman. Up top, Radakovic. Thought about the three. Whistle, foul finally called on Black Hill State because McLemore knew he was dead. And the foul on McLemore is the second. They'll get him out of the ball game now because that matchup is just not going to work for Black Hill State. They also send Connor O'Hearn into the ball game. He's a freshman out of Renton, Washington. But it was a little struggle on the inbounds. They finally get it into Radakovic. They lead it 12-6. Spikes with it. Lob it down low. Williams is in. Left-hand limp. He left it a little hard. Tap try no good. Gets his own rebound in the paint. Goes outside with it. Spikes. Thought about stepping into a three. Now he'll drive it into the paint. Hard to the hoop. And a foul is called before the shot. And the foul will be on Stefan Desnica. He's out of Serbia. Thunderwolves have their own Serbian. That's Radakovic. They're posting up Spikes down on the block. He wheels on the baseline. Dishes outside Radakovic in the corner for three. Got it. Stavon makes it 15-6. Thunderwolves by 9. Ball in the corner. Here's Mendez. He starts the drive. Goes right around Radakovic. Shot blocked by Stavon. It'll be Black Hill State ball on the baseline. Ball will be triggered in here by O'Hearn. A lot of pushing and shoving in the paint. Trouble on the inbounds. Thunderwolves going for the steal. They blocked the ball loose, but somehow coming up with it is L.D. Thomas. On the right wing now, he'll reset. Look out from behind. Goes into the corner. Tries to dish it down. The ball knocked away and stolen by Donovan Oldham. Ahead now. Here is Spikes. Thought about the three. Won't step into it, though. Now he'll back out of there. Now gives it off to Newman. Now Spikes will tie his right sneaker. He's ready to go. 15 on the shot clock. They give it off to Oldham. On the left side, Radakovic. Oh, nifty behind the back dribble, but then he lost it. Comes out the backside on the right side to Williams, but he dribbled it on the baseline. Well, the inbounds pass to Connor O'Hearn. Ball outside. Here is Mendez. He starts to drive, a little crossover move. Tries to go to work on Radakovic. Trying to scare him with some defense there. That was kind of funny. Ball outside to O'Hearn. O'Hearn dribbles around a screen, down the lane, kicks it into the corner. Now driving to the paint, kick it outside. Here's a long three ball on the way by McLeod off the back iron, no good. And the rebound, tap. Radakovic has it. He and Newman were fighting each other for it. Long feed up ahead, right side to Oldham. Won't take the three. Dribbles it into the corner, now comes outside to Newman. Now they'll reset here. Thunderwolves lead it 15-6. 12:05 to go here in the first half. Right side. Skip it left side. Spikes, fakes the three, drives baseline, tries to go down low. He has Oldham, and he left the layup short. Rebound batted to the baseline, and the Black Hills State Yellow Jackets have it. Outlet pass to L.D. Thomas to the free throw line. Goes in, fakes, kicks it outside. Three ball on the way by O'Hearn. Way off the mark. Ball batted loose in the lane, still loose. And the Thunderwolves trying to get it. Still loose on the deck, still loose. They battle for it. Squibs out of there. Thunderwolves have it. They try to call timeout, and he does get the timeout as Rico Spikes finally got his hands on it and alertly calls the timeout. Thunderwolves get the possession. 11:37 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead it 15-6. 1 minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. An iHeartRadio station. Online at foxsportspueblo.com and on your phone with your iHeartRadio app. KCCY Pueblo.
15-6. Thunderwolves with the ball after Spikes called the timeout to save the possession. They lead it 15-6. 9-point advantage right now with 11:30 to go here in the first half. Here's Newman way outside. Gets a screen from Radakovic, then able to do anything with it. They jump switched on him. Newman gives it off to Liggett, who's back in the game. Now Newman starts to drive to the free throw line, cut off, hands it off to Liggett. Upside, Radakovic open for three. Got another one. Stavon from way downtown makes it 18-6. Thunderwolves by 12. Here's Anderson. Onto the right wing to McLemore. Hands the ball off to Mueller. Back to Anderson, into the corner. To Mueller, down on the block, turning. Layup, good. Shot up and good by Frazier Malcolm. Hello, Scotland. 18-8. Thunderwolves by 10. Here's Radakovic. Oh, why not? Another three, and he shot an air ball on the heat check. Ball saved. Goes right through the legs of Oldham and comes outside. 3-on-2 break the other way. Here's McLemore. Cut off on the wing. Can't get the shot off. Goes into the corner. Driving the baseline now is Mendez. Kicks it outside. Moving in. They pass it on to the right side to Anderson. A lot of movement leading to nothing so far. But here's a three from the corner. It's good. Frazier Malcolm. Makes it 18-11. So the Thunderwolves had a 12-point lead, but it's down to 7 in a hurry. Here's Newman. Gives it off to Radakovic. Onto the right side. Here's Oldham. Gives it off to Williams. Williams works around a screen. They switch on him and cut him off. Right side. Oldham drives the baseline. He's cut off. Lost the ball out of bounds. And it'll belong to Black Hills State. Smith and Collar into the game. Radakovic and Oldham come out. So the Thunderwolves back with 4/5 of their starting five, but they got their maybe their best player, Mark Williams, on the court. Their leading scorer anyway. Spike's getting a break right now. Here's a drive to the hoop by McLemore. Goes up, shot blocked by Collar. He says, don't come in here with that point guard stuff. So it'll be Yellow Jackets ball on the baseline. Still plenty of time here. 19 on the shot clock. Jonas Anderson slaps the ball with authority. Gets it in to Malcolm. Malcolm wheels now into the paint. He's feeling it. Goes up with a jump hook. Left it short. Rebound batted to the baseline. Picked up there by Mueller. He goes up and he banks it in and a foul. And he pumps his fist. And the foul is on Will Newman. And that's Will's second. And he'll have to come out of the ball game. And that means Spike's in. Well, Newman stays out there for the moment, so Ralph Turner going to leave him out there. As Spikes comes in. Free throw no good. Spikes gets the rebound. So it's 18-13. Thunderwolves with a 5-point lead, but it's a 7-0 run right now for the Yellow Jackets. Ball left side, Smith. Lobs it down low to Collar, now to Spikes. He's open, fakes the jumper, goes outside. Smith, long three, got it! Well, they passed up a 15-footer, and they went for the 23-footer, and Smith buried it. 21-13. That's modern basketball for you. 101. McLemore on the right wing. Dribbles around a screen, down the paint, and whistle foul, reaching foul on the Thunderwolves. And a foul on Gavin Liggett. That's his first. We're even in the team foul category right here. 3 team fouls apiece. And it'll be Jonas Anderson that triggered in. Gets it in on the block, backing his way in. Looked like he walked on the play. The layup good by Max Mueller. Shuffled the feet there, but got away with it. 21-15. 5 points. Or rather, 2 points there. The first bucket of the game for Mueller. Feed down on the block to Collar. Bad pass, knocked away, but it comes right to Smith. Now outside to Liggett. Now to Spikes right side. Here's, nice move by Will Newman. He left the layup short. Tap try, no good by Collar. Here comes Anderson the other way for the Yellow Jackets. He's at the top of the key. Comes left side. Nice dish underneath. Layup good by Mendez. Timeout taken by Ralph Turner. Got a 4-point basketball game here. 8:21 to go in the first half. Thunderwolves lead it by 4. It's a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. 21-17, Thunderwolves by 4. Braden Kuiper's checked into the ball game, our star of the game last week. Remember, he had the 12 points against Western State. Hit 4 3-pointers. He's in there right now for the Thunderwolves. Sharing a laugh down low there with Max Mueller. Newman still in the game with those 2 fouls. Right side, Smith with it. Jumps it now to Kuiper. Thought about the 3. Can't get it off. Now he will take it. It's on the way. Short. Early heat check. Frazier Malcolm with the rebound. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson onto the left side to McLemore. McLemore starts a drive to the free throw line. Cut off there. Looks back door. Can't find anybody open. Lobs it up top now to Mueller. He's open. 15-footer. Off the iron. No good. Rebound to Josh Smith. Hands it off to Newman. Newman now brings it across the timeline. Goes on the left side to Spikes. Spikes hands it off to Smith. Lobs it down low to Kuiper. Kuiper turns and faces. Wheels in the lane. Goes up with the hook. Missed it badly. And the rebound back the other way. Here's Anderson. He's at the top of the key. Goes left side. Malcolm gives it off to Anderson. Anderson backs out of there. Now he'll hold things up. Now starts a drive. Kicks it left side. Open. Won't take the 3. Mendez drives baseline. He's cut off. They go down on the block. Here's Mueller backing his way in on Kuiper. Just muscling his way to the hoop. Missed the layup but drew the foul. Alan Kuiper is his first. Max Mueller, all 6'9" of him. He just backed his way down on the block. Free throw up and good. He ready for the rebound. Mueller only a 59% free throw shooter. 53% free throw shooter, I should say. As a team, Black Hill State 70%. Snaps 2 through right here, though. He'll get a ticket out of the ball game. That's what coaches do. When you get some success, get you out of there. Get you out of there on a positive note. Just when you start to have an effect on the game. I don't get that. 2-point lead for the Thunderwolves. Here's Kuiper. Here's the left side to Newman. He works around a screen, and that's got to be a foul on the hedge outside as McLeod draws it. 4th team foul. We're even in that category. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves need somebody to trigger it in. Rico Spikes volunteers. 21-19. Thunderwolves by 2. They've led by as many as 12 here in the first half. Here's Spikes. Top of the key. Hands it off to Newman. Newman gives it to Kuiper. One bounce. Looks back door. Can't find anybody. Now skips across court to Spikes. Thought about the 3. Gives it off to Newman. Newman wants right thumb up here. Looks for a high screen. They switch on him. Newman way outside. Dribbles down the lane. Kicks it into the corner. Spikes drives the baseline. Goes up and under. And the layup good. What a powerful move by Rico Spikes. That's a man's move right there. 23-19. Here's McLemore. Starts a drive into the paint. Goes around Liggett. Layup good. Nice move there by McLemore. His first bucket makes it 23-21. Thunderwolves by 2. Newman brings it across the timeline for the Pack. Hands it off now to Liggett. Liggett works around a screen. Can't get the shot off. Goes to Newman in the corner. Newman going to dribble it out top. 13 on the shot clock. They switch on Newman. Back right side to Kuiper. He's going to launch a long jumper. Got it! Kuiper from way outside buries it. 26-21. That's the sixth three-pointer of the game for the Thunderwolves. That's the difference in the game. Black Hills State only has 1 3. Ball outside. And the ball off on the wing. Here's Malcolm with it. Gives it off to Anderson. He drives in, kicks it outside, driving the baseline. Now dish back outside, stolen by the Thunderwolves. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Here's Newman in from the right, goes up, another scoop shot, left it short. Rebound to Smith. Ball batted away out of bounds by McLeod. Thunderwolves wasted an opportunity there. Kuiper out. Into the game comes Nelson Collar. Back in the game comes Max Mueller. They want more muscle in there to bang on Nelson Collar right now. Thunderwolves ball. Smith the triggered in. Gets it into Collar. Now to Spikes. To Liggett. Liggett fires the three-pointer off the back iron. No good. Long rebound comes outside. It's picked up there by O'Hearn. O'Hearn across the timeline for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets only shoot 30% from the field. They're offensively challenged. But they're staying in this game by driving into the hoop, and the ball stripped away and stolen by the Thunderwolves. They got numbers again. Spikes to the free throw line. Goes into the corner to Smith. He's open, 3-ball on the way. In and out, no good. And the rebound snatched down by Max Mueller. Gets the outlet pass ahead. Here's Desnica, the Serbian, into the game now for the Yellow Jackets. Now ball outside to O'Hearn. Onto the wing to Desnica. Up top to Mendez. Tries to get around Spikes. Nothing doing there. Now to McLemore. He drives into the paint. Backs out of there. Dishes down low. 3 seconds, anybody? 4 seconds? 5 seconds? Shot no good. And the rebound to Spikes. Spikes will bring it across the timeline. Hands it off now to Newman. Thunderwolves still lead at 26-21. But this game is ground into the pace that the Yellow Jackets like. They only score 64 a game, but they only give up 65. Thunderwolves, on the other hand, average 87. Here's Collar down on the block. Fakes, goes up strong, but the shot was partially blocked. Spikes bats the rebound outside to Smith. He'll jack one up, short. And the rebound underneath to Desnica. Gets the outlet pass ahead to McLemore. Lobs it into the paint. Left hand left. Too strong by Mueller. And the rebound to the Thunderwolves. Here is Newman back the other way. Hands it off to Spikes. Now to Liggett. He'll step into a three. It's in and out. No good. Rebound to Mueller. Hand it off to O'Hearn. Down to 3:15 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves still lead at 26-21. Here's a try to the hoop, and Josh Smith says, "Come on, Connor O'Hearn." And timeout on the court. 3:10 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead at 26-21. A 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. 26-21, Thunderwolves on top. Thunderwolves on the year shoot 52%, but in this game they're at 34.5%. Black Hills State actually shooting better than their season average. They're at 35% right now, 8 out of 23. Plus, they've been to the free throw line 5 times. Thunderwolves have yet to get to the stripe. Inbounds pass, blocked by Collar. On the entry pass, here's Newman with it. Feeds it into the corner to Smith. Smith feeds it outside now. Williams back in the game for the Thunderwolves. Now to Spikes. Collar already with 3 block shots in the game. He leads the conference in that category. He has it on the block, feeds it outside. Williams with it. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Spikes with it. Got to do something here. Rico cut off. Now he starts a drive. Fakes, fade away. It's up and in. That's called rescuing a terrible possession. Rico Spikes with the fadeaway. Makes it 28-21. Here's a drive by McLemore. Cut off. Goes outside to Mendez. They work the ball around the perimeter. Now into the hands of Malcolm. He has the ball knocked loose. Regains it. Here is Connor O'Hearn. He dribbles around a screen. Goes into the corner. Drive of the baseline. Spin. Shot blocked again by Collar. Rebound batted into the corner, out of bounds. It'll belong to the Thunderwolves. That's 4 block shots for Nelson Collar. Substitutions here for Black Hills State. Their head coach, Jeff Trombauer. Spikes brings it across the timeline to the top of the key. Dribbles to the right wing. Well, they had a pick and roll. They get it to Collar down on the block. Feeds it outside. Smith's open. 3 ball on the way. Got it. Smith with 9. Give the assist to Collar. It's 31-21. Thunderwolves by 10. You just get the feeling the Thunderwolves take care of possessions. They could go on a run here and just have this thing blown out. But they had a lead like this earlier, and they let it slip away. Here's a drive of the baseline by Mendez. Comes outside with it to Malcolm. Here's Anderson. He pulls up. 18-footer, no good. Rehall over the back, and the foul is called on Frazier Malcolm as Newman had the position. And going over the back, Frazier Malcolm. That is the 5th team foul. Not a lot of whistles in this game. Only 9 fouls at this point, which is kind of refreshing. Here's Spikes bringing it across the timeline. Hands it off to Smith. Smith goes up top to Newman. Newman now to Collar. Right side, Williams. Williams works around a screen. They jump switch on him. Right side to Smith. Smith gives it off to Newman. Newman wheels, goes baseline, pinks it in. What a move. 33-21. Thunderwolves by 12. That matches their biggest lead of the game. They led the game 18-6 earlier. All on the left side. Here's McLeod giving it off to Malcolm. Now into the hands of Mendez. Mendez on the wing, starts to drive into the paint. Cut off, ball knocked loose, regains it, throws it into the backcourt, and it's stolen away by the Thunderwolves. 2-on-2 break. Smith feeds it off the Spikes. In for the right. Layup good. 35-21. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. Ralph Turner's like me. How can you not call a foul on that? But it's the old saying, if he'd have missed the layup, then the late whistle would have come out. Instead, they give him the basket. You know, that's the way it goes. 29 seconds to go. A quick 30 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thunderwolves lead it by 14. They're on a 12-0 run right now. Black Hills State going for the last shot of the half here. Thunderwolves are content. They say, we'll be all right here. Now Anderson. Down to 11 seconds to go. Now they'll work into their offense. Anderson hands the ball off to McLemore. McLemore starts to drive into the paint, goes up under the basket, goes outside. Here's the 3 ball in the corner. It's up and good. Good offensive possession there as Mendez hits the 3 to close out the first half. Gives Black Hills State a ray of hope as they go to the locker room. Thunderwolves lead it at the break 35-24. Back with our halftime show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Joe, I needed a 2-minute break there. I only had 1 minute. So hold that thought. Come back to me a little bit later with that one here. Halftime from Massari Arena. Thunderwolves lead at 35-24. And I didn't quite get done with my Lauren Hine posting of the interview. It's uploading. I just have to title it and publish it. So I'm not quite ready to do that. So stay tuned, Lauren Hine fans. You'll get to it pretty soon. See if we can get some updates on some scores from around the conference. We were missing one women's game earlier tonight. For some reason, UCCS game wasn't posting, but it is up now. They've defeated Western State 67-47. Some of the men's games going on earlier today. Mines defeated Westminster 70-64. That's Colorado Mines. South Dakota Mines, they defeated Highlands 81-66. Metro leads Mesa 64-48. 14 minutes to go in that one. Christian leads Adams State 57-49, 14 minutes to go in that game. And end of the first half, Fort Lewis leads Chadron State 42-29. There's your board from the RMAC. Well, Black Hills State, they get the ball first to start the second half, so they hit that final bucket. It's kind of like a football team that scores going into the locker room and they get the kickoff. So they see if they can get a hoop here and cut it under that mythical roadblock of 10. Right now they trail it by 11. Here's Anderson. Out top goes left side to Mendez. Mendez works around a screen, now moves in, now backs out of there with it, comes way outside to Anderson. Anderson holds it there, looks for a high screen, goes right side. Now they lob it down onto the block. Turning, wheeling, going up, shot up and in. Nice move there by Frazier Malcolm. 35-26. 9-point lead for the Thunderwolves. Here's Smith. Outside, goes down low to Collar. He's open. Left-hand hook. Good on a foul. It'll count. Nelson Collar going with the left hand that time. That was nifty. And the foul on Mueller. That'll be his first. Couldn't get away all night without doing that one time. Here's Collar to the line. 54% on the year. And he misses that one. So it's 37-26. Thunderwolves by 11. Way outside, Mendez. On the left wing. Just yo-yoing it outside. Now waits for a high screen. Now goes outside to Anderson. Down to 10 on the shot clock. They're just trying to take the air out of it here. Here's Anderson, drives to the base. Oh, scoops it up with the left hand. What a shot that was. 37-28. 9-point lead for the Thunderwolves. Here's Liggett with it. Now to Spikes. Now to Newman. Newman just holds it outside. Gives it to Smith. Wheeling around the screen. Into the paint. Turns around. A little right-hand flip up. No good. And the rebound to Mueller. It's the outlet pass to Anderson. Anderson across the timeline. Works around a screen. He drives in. The lane opens up. Whistle foul outside. And reach-in foul on Will Newman. That's his third. And Newman will have to come out of the ball game. Inbounds pass here by Jonas Anderson. Lobs it out. Oh, almost stolen by Williams. He tries to save it, and he's kind of wedged out of bounds. It'll belong to Black Hills State. So it'll be Anderson to trigger it in for the Yellow Jackets. Gets it in to Mendez. Mendez hands it off to Jonas Anderson. He's out of Denmark. Gives it up top now to Mueller. Now to Mendez. To McLemore as they run their weave game here. They're just milking time off the clock here on each possession. They lob it down to the baseline to Malcolm. Wheels, goes up. Shot blocked by Collar, his fifth of the game. Sends it outside. 8 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Anderson. Throws it away on the baseline, but it was deflected by the Thunderwolves. 5 on the shot clock here. They have a little mini huddle here at the free throw line now. They'll break out of it. It'll be Anderson who triggered in on the baseline. And they inbound the ball in the baseline. It's open up. Shot blocked by Collar, his 6th block. And then Spikes is decked. It's a shot clock violation. Shot clock violation here. It should be Thunderwolves' ball. As Spikes never had possession of that thing. The ball never hit the rim. And they're probably going to go to the video review here to see if the ball hit the rim. I think that's what they're going to do. They'll looked like Collar blocked it. It went off the backboard and got sent out the other way. So I think it will be a shot clock violation, but they're going to have to look at it here. Ralph Turner saying, how come it wasn't a foul when Spikes got decked? So, but they're going to go look at it now. They're going to take a look at the video review here. So I'll kind of try to describe it to you here if I can see down the way. It's a long ways away. See what the officials are looking at, but they've blown the screen up there. But I think that's what, and I got too much stuff in the way there. So the way I saw it, though, is the shot came in from the right. Collar blocked it, his 6th block of the game. It went out the other side. It went off the backboard and out the other side on the left side of the basket. That's when Spikes had the rebound. He was shoved to the deck. No whistle was called on that. The ball went out of bounds. So if the ball was deemed to have hit the rim, it will be Black Hills State ball on the side out of bounds, last touched by Rico Spikes because no foul was called. That's what the coaches right now for Black Hill State want to know. Where's the ball going to be if the ball did hit the rim? And if it did hit the rim, it'll be a fresh 30-second shot clock, and Black Hill State will get it across the way. But I think it's going to end up being Thunderwolves' ball. They're taking a long look at it, though, to see if it did hit the rim. They're still checking it out down there. Our officials tonight, Ray Abeda, Patrick Tate, and Michael Contreras. Here's the explanation. Ralph's not going to like it. And it will be a shot clock violation because it's going to be a Thunderwolves ball on the side. I thought they were going to give it to Black Hills over there, but the ball did not hit the rim, so it's a shot clock violation. Thunderwolves basketball. They lead it 37-28. Spikes on the wing. Up top now to Williams, to Spikes, into the corner. Jump it down low to Collar. He's fumbling it around. Now comes back outside to Smith. Smith moves in, goes outside to Williams. To Liggett, 12 on the shot clock. Back to Spikes, a little ball fake. Now he starts to drive. Goes into the lane, goes up, tripped up. Draws the foul, and he'll get to the free throw line. Now is Rico all right? I think he's all right. He's just kind of laughing at himself. He kind of stumbled after being fouled there. Rico, in comparative terms in the RMAC, he's like one of those, you're the City League. When you get up across one of those 45-year-old guys that's just unstoppable. Misses the free throw. Now, I'm comparing, of course, 18 and 19-year-olds to a 23-year-old, but you get the gist. Second free throw good, so 1 out of 2 for Rico. He has 10. The lead is 10. 38-28. Ball out top. Here's Mueller. To Mendez. To McLemore. They run their weave game. They're content just to make this game as ugly as possible, but they get a nice lob underneath to Frazier. Malcolm, and he lays it in. Malcolm with 9. They went a little early on that one, but it's because the Thunderwolves relaxed on defense there. 38-30. Thunderwolves by 8. Working through a screen here. Here's Liggett. I got an official and Ralph Turner right in my way. Here's the feed onto the right wing. Into the corner to Williams. Williams jumps across court. Look out. And it will be Black Hill State ball. That was one of those ones where all the bodies in front of us are going to move away and the ball was going to hit me right between the eyes, but luckily it went to the left of us. My goodness. Here's Mendez. Goes outside to McLemore. Now they'll just run the weave again. Here's a drive to the hoop by Anderson. Cut off, and that's traveling. He hit the fadeaway shot, but was called for traveling. Radakovic out. Or into the game, rather, and Collar comes out. Spikes running the point. Will Newman with 3 fouls on the bench. Here's Radakovic, top of the key. He'll start a drive to the hoop. Stops. Gives it off to Williams. Williams drives into the paint. Little floater on the way. Off the back iron. Tap try. No good. Rebound. Muscling it out of there. Mueller. As he gets it off now to Anderson. And the Dane brings it across the timeline. That's traveling. Hey, they called carrying the ball twice tonight. That is an upset. They called it on the first possession tonight. And usually that's the only time you get it called. They do it every time. But that one was so bad, they had to call it for the second time tonight. I am frankly astonished. What's up with the rules being enforced like that? Here's Spikes handing the ball off to Liggett. Left side to Radakovic. Radakovic down the lane. He goes a little scoop shot up, left it short. And the rebound to Mueller, and almost stolen by Smith on the outlet pass, but coming back is O'Hearn. O'Hearn to the free throw line. Cut off into the corner to Malcolm. Now back to O'Hearn. O'Hearn will set things up here. 38-30. Thunderwolves lead it by 8. 15:40 to go here. Second half. O'Hearn goes right side to McLemore. Gives it off to Malcolm. He just launches the three-pointer. In and out. Heartbreak City there. And the rebound to Smith. Gets the outlet pass to Smith. Or to Spikes, rather. Spikes across the timeline. Spikes on the right wing. Trying to use a screen here from Radakovic, but they hedge out on that. Now they go outside. Here's Radakovic for 3. He's got another one. His third triple of the night. 41-30. Thunderwolves by 11. O'Hearn works around a screen, goes right around Liggett, stops on the baseline, skips it cross court, driving baseline. Here's Mendez, reverse, no foul on Radakovic. And media timeout. 14:53 to go here in the second half. Thunderbolts lead it 41-30. Thunderbolts basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. 41-30. Thunderbolts lead the game by 11. Black Hill State, we talked about their numbers coming into the game. They only shoot it at a 30% clip on the year. That's for both regular field goals and for threes. They only average 64 a game. They give up 65. So they like to just muddy it up. Free throw no good by Mendez. But frankly, looking at their talent level, they're a little undermanned. And that's the way they got to play the game to have a chance. 1 out of 2 for Mendez. He has 6. It's 41-31. Here's Radakovic at the top of the key. Goes on to the left side to Spikes. Spikes, a hedge out on him. Now he moves in. Steps back, goes down low to Radakovic. He's triple teamed. Hits the ball on the deck. Now feeds it outside to Spikes. Right side, Smith's open for 3. It's on the way. Got it. Josh Smith with 12. He's hit 4 triples in the game. It's 44-31. Thunderwolves by 13. Ball right side. Here's O'Hearn. Dribbles around a screen into the paint. Cut off there. Liggett forces him back outside. Here's Mendez. Mendez just yo-yoing it outside. Gives it off to O'Hearn. O'Hearn works around a screen. They switch. Now they back off. Goes right side. McLemore fakes the 3. Can't get it off. Dribbles around Spikes. Pulls up on the baseline. Back pass to McLeod. Jumper on the way. Switch. Sam McLeod from downtown. That's only his 6th three-pointer of the year, but he makes it a 10-point game. It's 44-34. Thunderwolves by those 10. Here's Radakovic. Wheels to the free throw line. Hands the ball off to Smith. Smith works around to the free throw line. Back to Radakovic. Fakes the 3. Down the lane he goes. Up and under. Left-hand shot. Good to the foul. Radakovic. And the foul is on McLeod. A chance for the three-point play here for Radakovic. The native of Belgrade, Serbia. On the year, 66% from the line. Left-hander flips it up and left it short. No three-point play, but they lose the rebound as O'Hearn had it and it just squeezed right out of his hands, out of bounds. And McLemore whacks him on the back for good measure. Here's the inbounds pass to Liggett. That was kind of like an Aqib Talib whack. Here's the ball outside. Spikes with it. Out of Radakovic. Smith, quick fire 3 on the way. Off the back iron, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Williams going over the back on the rebound. First foul on Mark Williams. 3rd team foul. We're even in that category here. 13:21 to go. Second half. Inbounds pass to O'Hearn. Brings it across the timeline for the Yellow Jackets. Gives it up top now to McLeod. Now to Anderson. To McLemore. McLemore hands the ball off to O'Hearn. O'Hearn way outside with it. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Now gives it off to McLemore. Steps back. Oh, funky looking 3, but he drained it. 46-37. 9-point lead for the Thunderwolves. Radakovic hands the ball off to Spikes. Thought about the 3, won't take it. Now a little ball fake into the lane. Fakes. Now has the ball poked loose and is stolen. 2-on-2 break the other way. Here comes Anderson. In from the left, goes up. Shot partially blocked. Rebound up and good by Malcolm. Malcolm has 11. 46-39. They're creeping back in the ball game, folks. They're within 7. Here's Radakovic at the top of the key. Hands the ball off to Liggett. Right side to Radakovic. Trying to find Williams down on the block. Bad pass. Turnover to the Yellow Jackets. Ralph Turner electing not to take the timeout here. He's going to roll the dice and try to get it down to the media timeout, which is 14 seconds away. Spikes out. Will Newman back in. Black Hills State here. Chance to get it within 5, maybe 4 if they can hit the triple. Here's O'Hearn bringing it across timeline. Thunderbolts go into the trap. Feed it on the right side. They break it. Three-pointer by McLemore. Missed it. And the rebound to Williams. Fires it ahead to Smith on the right wing. Pulls up on the right side. Can't get the shot off. Goes way outside. Newman will step into a three. It's on the way way short. And Newman falls up the rebound. Has the ball stripped away and stolen by McLemore. Here they come back the other way. 3-on-2 break. Feed into the corner to O'Hearn. He can't get the shot off. Numbers are back in shape. Here's Anderson. He'll fire a three-pointer. It's good. And now it's the Yellow Jackets playing Thunderwolves basketball, launching from downtown. 3 of their last 4 baskets have been triples. They're within 4. It's an 11-2 run right now. Piper has the ball stripped and stolen and a late whistle foul against the Yellow Jackets. And that will take us to the media timeout, and the Thunderwolves desperately need the break here. 11:25 to go. Second half. Thunderwolves by 4 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 46-42, Thunderwolves have seen Black Hills State mount an 11-2 run here. Thunderwolves had the lead up to 12 at 46-34. Since that point, though, 8 in a row by Black Hills State. Thunderwolves with the ball on the baseline here. Newman struggles, gets it in outside. It's into the ball game now. Donovan Oldham. Thunderwolves a little confusion here on their offensive set. Newman, back pass outside to Waves. Feeds it. Collar's wide open, left hand hook up and in. Well, Ralph Turner diagrammed that play on the bench, and it was a beauty. 48-42. Thunderwolves by 6. 11 minutes to go here in the second half. Anderson gets it up top to Mueller. Hands it off to McLemore. Way outside to Mendez. To Anderson. Anderson to the top of the key. Right side to Mendez. Mendez high post to Mueller. Mueller going to take the jumper. They left him open, and he swishes it through. Mueller with 8. 48-44. Thunderwolves by 4. Here's Newman. Hands it off now to Williams. Onto the left side to Smith. Smith now to Oldham. He'll jack up a 3. It's good. I frankly didn't see that one coming. Oldham has 5. 51-44. Thunderwolves by 7. Anderson. Picked up outside by Oldham. Goes right side to Mendez. Now to Mueller. They try to lob it underneath. The ball hit the rim, and now a whistle foul on the Thunderwolves. And that's going to be foul number 4 on Will Newman, I believe. Yep. Newman with 4. It's not been Will's night. And he spikes to check in. So it'll be Anderson to trigger it in. Oh, nice play. And that's a travel. No call. Come on, guys. Into the corner. Jumper on the way. In and out. No good. And there's a push-off on Mueller as he shoved Collar out of the way to get the rebound. So it'll be Thunderwolves ball. Inbounds pass to Spikes. Spikes now will bring it across the timeline for the Pack, up by 7. Dribbles to the right wing, up top, now to Williams. Right side to Spikes, and it went right off his hands, out of bounds. Rico wasn't ready for the fastball there. So Thunderwolves had a big chance there to get the lead back to 9, maybe to 10 if they'd hit the three-pointer, but now instead it's Black Hills State with a chance to cut back into it here. Anderson brings it across the timeline. Onto the right wing, holds it there, into the corner. They're trying to get it down on the block to Malcolm. They drive it in. Here's a jumper on the way by Mueller. Missed this one. And the rebound to Smith. Hands it off now to Spikes, and Spikes will bring it across the timeline. To Smith, jumps it down low to Collar, double teamed outside to Spikes, fakes the three, goes right side to Williams, into the corner to Oldham. He drives the baseline, he's in. Layup good. Oldham with 7, 53-44. Thunderwolves by 9. Here's Anderson, way outside, works around a screen. Now goes down low on the block to Malcolm. He backs his way in the paint. Right hand sky hook up and in. High arching hook there by Malcolm. He has 8 in the half. It's 53-46. He has 13 for the game. Here's a lob down low to Collar. He is held up. And the foul will be on Mueller. Looked like Collar took a little shot to the forehead as well there. And foul number 3 on Mueller. And McLeod back in the game. Looks like they're going to try to alternate their fouls down the stretch here on Collar to make life as miserable as possible for him. Spikes are triggered in on the baseline. Thunderbolts by 7. Inbounds pass to Collar on the wing. Hands it off to Rico. And he'll give it to Smith. Fresh shot clock, of course, after the foul called. Spikes at the top of the key. Dribbles to the left wing. Goes up top. Collar lost it, but regains it. Lost it again. Regains it. Lost it again. Gives it off to Spikes. Right side. Oldham's going to step into another three. Left that one short on the heat check. And the rebound underneath to McLeod. Gets the outlet pass ahead to Anderson. Anderson works around the screen. He's at the top of the key. Oldham right up in his grill. Ball on the left side to Malcolm. Now to Anderson. 15 on the shot clock. 8:15 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves lead at 53-46. McLemore with the ball. Dribbles around the screen. Steps back. Three-pointer on the way. Got another one. McLemore with 8. 53-49. They're back within 4. Here's Spikes on the right wing. Skip across court, left side. And a whistle foul on Collar. Offensive foul, pushing off. Timeout on the court. Thunderwolves lead it by 4. We got ourselves a ball game on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Fox Sports Pueblo 1350, an iHeart radio station. Online at foxsportspueblo.com and on your phone with your iHeart radio app. KCCY Pueblo.
Extended conversation here during the break. Ralph Turner and Michael Contreras. It was an ongoing verbal battle there, a verbal joust during the timeout. We got ourselves a 4-point ball game right here. It's Black Hill State. They're starting to catch some fire from 3. Let's face it, they're a terrible shooting ball club, but all they need is a couple of hot streaks in this game. They can pull this thing out. Here's Anderson. Out top. Goes right side. Mendez in trouble in the corner. Dribbles out of it. Into the corner. Here's another 3 on the way. They got another one. Just like that. McLemore has 3 3-pointers in the half. It's a 1-point game. 53-52. Thunderwolves lead it by 1. 7:15 to play. High post for Dokovic. Hands it off now to Williams. Gives it off to Smith. He dribbles around the screen. Now gives it to Oldham. Thunderwolves look a little flustered right now here as we hit the 7-minute mark. This is a pressure-packed possession right here. Here's Spikes, left side, baseline. Oldham drives in. That's going to be a late whistle. Will they call the charge? And now they haven't decided yet whether it's going to be a charge or a block here. They're deciding whether it was outside the restricted area here. No signal as of yet. They're trying to decide here. Either way, one coach is going to go ballistic here. You can't go to the video replay for this. Still don't know what the call is. And they are going to go to the video. They're going to go to the. Are they going to go to the video replay? What are they looking at? Well, anyway, they're going to bring up the video replay here. I thought it was going to be a charge on Oldham, to tell you the truth. He was kind of out of control driving the baseline. Might be trying to decide if it's a shot clock violation, I suppose, as well. It was right at the tail end of that. Well, there's no love lost between one Ralph Turner and official Ray Abeda. They haven't really been involved in anything yet tonight. And the foul is called on Oldham. It's a charging foul. The ball goes over to Black Hills State. They get a chance for the lead on this possession here. They trail it 53-52 at the 6:50 mark here of the second half. Ball on the left side. Here is Mendez with it. Gives it up top to Anderson. Anderson works around a double screen. Stops. Ball knocked away. Smith tried to get the steal. It's knocked loose out of bounds. That's a great play by Smith, forcing the turnover. So the Thunderwolves keep the lead and they get the ball back here. Might just see if that ends up being one of the crucial turning points of the game here with 6:28 to go. Here's Newman back in with those 4 personal fouls. Jumps it left side to Spikes. Spikes now to Newman. Right side to Williams. Back to Newman. Newman fakes, drives in, cut off. Goes back door to Williams. Beautiful pass, and he lays it in. Williams with 4, and Newman on the assist. 55-52. Thunderwolves by 3. 6:05 to go here. Second half. Ball out top. McLeod with it. Hands the ball off to Mendez. Mendez works around a screen. Drives in from the right, cut off. Now dribbles back outside. Whoa, Smith almost had another steal, and he slaps his hands in disgust. Here's the moving in. Anderson goes down on the block to Malcolm. Backing his way in. Stripped away by Newman, makes the steal. Brings it across the timeline. Hands it ahead to Williams. Williams back to Newman. Newman now. He'll drive into the paint. Shot blocked by Malcolm. And Kuiper comes out of the game gingerly. Did he roll his ankle? They're looking at his right ankle here. Kuiper checks in now. I think he'll be all right. I think he just twisted it. Inbounds pass to Kuiper. Now to Newman. To Smith. 15 on the shot clock. Kuiper fakes the 3. Goes outside to Newman. Newman, left side, Spikes. He'll take the three-pointer. Off the back iron. Kuiper had the rebound, lost it. Ball knocked outside to Smith. I think Spikes kind of just batted that ball that way. So a fresh shot clock here as we get the 5:10 mark here. Second half, Thunderwolves by 3. Here's Newman, starts a drive. In from the right, goes outside to Spikes, fakes the jumper, won't take it, they reset. Now left side, here's a three-pointer, off the iron, no good by Newman. Rebound to McLemore, he'll bring it across the timeline to the top of the key. Now they'll set up shop here on offense. Hand the ball off to Jonas Anderson. He moves into the paint, stops, ball knocked loose. It's still loose, but it comes right outside to Mendez. Saves the possession. He's out at the top of the key, 12 on the shot clock. Left side, now up top. They bounce the ball down low. Smith went for the steal. Foul is going to be called here on Smith from behind. And that puts the Thunderwolves over the limit. And it will be free throws upcoming here for Frazier. Malcolm, 79% on the year. He's out of Falkirk, Scotland. 8 points here in the second half for Malcolm. Williams out, Liggett in, Collar in, Kuiper out. 55-52. Thunderwolves lead it by 3. Malcolm, for up and good. He averages 11 points a game. Chance to make it a 1-point game right here for the sophomore out of Scotland. In and out and in again. He got the shooter's bounce there. 55-54. Thunderwolves lead is 1. Another pressure-packed possession right here. Newman brings it across the timeline. Dribbles to the right wing. Holds things up. Gives it off to Smith. Smith dishes it outside. Oh, Newman saves it on the sideline. Gets it outside to Liggett, back into the hands of Newman with 13 on the shot clock. 4:14 to go here. Second half. They switch on Newman into the corner. Spikes drives the baseline. Goes up and under with the reverse. Rico Spikes with 12. 57-54, Thunderwolves by 3. Each possession like gold here down the stretch now. Here's Mueller handing the ball off to McLemore. McLemore works around a screen. They switch on him, though. Spikes is out on him now. Go on the left side to Mendez. Mendez holding it there. He works around a screen. They switch on him. Smith on him. Down onto the free throw line. High post. They go underneath. Malcolm backing his way in. Ball stripped, stolen. Foul called, though, on Smith. And the foul on Smith is his second. So Malcolm to the line to shoot another pair. And we've got a media timeout. So 3:35 to go here in the second half. Got a close one. Thunderwolves lead at 57-54. 1 minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. We've got some hotly contested games in the RMAC tonight. Metro leads Mesa, 56 seconds to go up in Denver. It's 90-84 there. Carter Christian with under a minute to go. They lead Adams State 97-91. And here the Thunderwolves clinging to a 3-point lead. Thunderwolves shooting 45% now for the game, but Black Hill State 45% as well. A team that shoots 30% on the year. Free throw up and good. We'll have one more. And he gets that one to roll through there. Another lead of 1 for the Thunderwolves with their possession here. Ball on the right side. Smith gives it to Spikes. Now outside to Newman. Newman holds it there. Up top to Liggett. Liggett's been a non-factor in this game. They've had him covered up. Up top to Spikes. Spikes now to Newman. Down into the corner. They jump it down low to Collar. On the block. Wheels into the paint. Fakes. Goes outside. Wouldn't take the shot. Goes to Smith. And that's got to be 3. Well, what do we got here? Yep, 3 seconds, I think, on the Thunderwolves. For a shot clock violation. Look at that. I didn't see where the shot clock was. Collar's got to take that to the hoop when he gets it down there 5 foot from the hole. That's all there is to it. 3 minutes to go. Black Hill State. Can they get the lead? Here's the drive in. Outside, three-pointer on the way. Got it! McLemore has 14, his 4th three-pointer of the second half. 59-57. First lead of the game, I do believe, for Black Hill State. I'm going to have to go double-check, but I think it is. Here's Newman. Out top. Gives it off to Smith. He'll launch the 3 for the answer. Off the back iron, no good. Long rebound to Collar. Hands it off to Newman. Newman dribbles around the screen. Bounce pass to Collar. Goes up and under, and he banks it in. Collar with 8. Ties the game up at 59 each. 2:20 to go here in the second half. O'Hearn across the timeline. Gives the ball off outside. Into the hands of Mendez. He starts to drive in from the left. Spins on Newman. Left, right hand hook. Good, and a foul. It'll count, and that is all for Will Newman. He's just fouled out of the game. And Mendez now has 8 and a chance for the 3-point play here, and that'll bring Williams back in the game, but Newman is fouled out. Free throw up and good. 3-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Spikes now to run the point. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Spikes hands it off up top to Williams, to Liggett. Down low to Collar on the block. They got him double team. Nice back pass to Spikes. Good, and a foul. It'll count. Great pass from Collar, finding Spikes coming in on the back door. Spikes a little ball fake. Got the man in the air and laid it in. The foul is on Mendez, his second. Rico a chance to tie the game here. 1 of 2 from the line tonight. 69% on the year. Free throw up, and he rimmed it in and out. No good, and the rebound to Mueller. Boy, how crucial might that turn out to be. Here is O'Hearn bringing it across the timeline. 1:40 to go. Yellow Jackets lead it by 1. Here's Mendez way outside with it. He starts a drive. He's to the hoop. Good. Mendez with 11. 64-61. Thunderwolves down by 3. A minute 20 to go. Spikes outside. So Williams, left side to Smith. Jumps it down low to Collar. Collar backs his way into the paint. Fakes, wheels, goes up, banks it in. Collar with 10. 64-63. Thunderwolves need a stop here with a minute 5 to go. Thunderwolves going to go with a little full court pressure here. Now they get it to O'Hearn. That's the guy they need to go after right there. They jump it down into the corner. Mendez has it. Can't get to the hoop, though. Now he backs out of there and feeds it way outside to O'Hearn. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. 16 on the shot clock. 52 to go in the game. It's a 1-point lead for Black Hill State. 1 minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Rico spikes. He missed the drive to the hoop, but he stayed with it. Tapped it in with the right hand. Black Hill State has taken the timeout. They'll have it here at midcourt with 6.4 seconds to go. See what they draw up here. Now we've seen Black Hill State able to work the shot clock down and get shots late in the shot clock. How well are they going to be when they have to go to the work right away? But they've got guys that can drive at the hoop and put the onus on the officials here. McLemore, 14 points here in the game, 12 of them in the second half. He's hit 4 3-pointers. Anderson, he can drive it to the hoop. He has 11. Malcolm with 17 in the game. He has 12 here in the second half. Black Hill State in the second half shooting the lights out of it. 65% here in the second half. Here we go. They run a stack out here right to the right of us here toward midcourt. It'll be Anderson to trigger it in. And now they take another timeout because the Thunderwolves had it well defensed. So another quick third. We're going to keep it right here and set up this final play here. Thunderwolves had everything covered up. Their only option was to throw it into the backcourt. And there, if McLemore catches it, you know, he's 65 feet from the hoop. And he's going to have 6 seconds to get it to the hole. That's going to be a tough option. Let's see what adjustment they make here. Now, the last time they ran a stack right out in front, and the ball is being inbounded just to the right side of midcourt, just down to my right here. They're going to run the same stack play. Spikes guards the inbound pass. All Thunderwolves, the rest 4 of them are toward the back. Now they run the weave. They get the ball inbounded to Malcolm. Malcolm turns, drives to the lane, tries to dish it up. Ball knocked away out of bounds. 1.6 seconds to go. It'll be Black Hill State ball. Williams couldn't secure the steal. He batted it out of bounds. 1.6 seconds for the Yellow Jackets to get a shot up here. They're out of timeouts. They can't set anything up here. They're going to try to get somebody just driving into the hoop here, you got to think. Inbounds pass into the corner. Desperation. Shot no good. Thunderwolves win it. What a victory for the Thunderwolves coming from behind to defeat the Yellow Jackets. Back with our post-game show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win it 65-64. They get the big putback hoop from Rico Spikes to get the lead, and then they survive a couple of shots at it there at the end by Black Hill State. And they got the ball inbounded on the baseline, but McLemore was in a tough spot, forced the fadeaway turnaround on the baseline. It had the right depth, the right distance, but it was off the mark. It was an air ball, and the Thunderwolves end up winning the ball game 65-64. Right now we say goodnight to our Stretch Internet feed audience. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. For those of you along the way on Fox Sports Pueblo, we'll have an interview with Rico Spikes, and we'll also talk to Ralph Turner. Plus those watching on the internet, those will be available on the fan page a little bit later on Facebook this evening. Final score here, Thunderwolves win it 65-64. Back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 65-64. And joining us now, our star of the game, Rico Spikes, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And the game winner. Not a bad night again. Rico, get used to doing this. I kind of like doing this with Rico Spikes. We get a good response when we have him out here. But, Rico, that was a white knucklers, Al McGuire used to say back in the old days. Tell us about that game down the stretch.
I think we kind of lost a little poise or whatever towards the end because they was making a little run, but it's all part of the game. Both teams made runs. They just kind of made theirs at a late time. But we actually needed a game like that. I don't think we really had one like intense like that on both sides of the floor. So I think we really needed that, and I think that's going to help us.
Well, you got that separation early, got the lead out there to about 14 on a couple occasions, even had it in 12 in the second half. But even then, they didn't stray away from their game plan. I always said it on the air. It's almost like they wanted to ugly up the game a little bit. Take the possession down to 10 on the shot clock each time, just kind of lull you to sleep, and it seemed to work for them.
Yeah. They play tough. They play tough the whole game. You can't let up on them. They're very, to me, sneaky. You can't let up. You can't lose your poise against them. They're a pretty good team.
And they don't shoot the ball all that well, but tonight was one of those nights where the threes started dropping, and that's what got them back in the ball game. Had to put a little scare into you guys.
Yeah, second half, we left number 2. We've been talking about him a lot over scouting reports, and somehow he got open, and number 24, he kind of gave us a few problems down low. That's why we kind of dug in and we kind of left lost number 2.
Well, we talked about the last time we had you out here, all the games you had early on in the year, those tough, hard-fought games. Dropped a few of those games, but it was still toughing you guys up, and I think it showed here tonight. You guys didn't panic. Even though you fell behind there, you stayed with it.
Yeah. I think we play more comfortable now. Like once we get up or once the team come back, I think we still stay in our little range of everything. Like we still stay in the game.
And then you stayed strong there, I guess, good way to put it, for the kind of guy that you play, and you drove it to the hoop there, left it a little bit short, but stayed with it. Tell us about the tap-in. You see it all the way? Just have it there?
Well, I kind of slowed up because it looked like he was getting ready to take a charge, so I tried to stop, and that's what made it short, but I seen it coming right back to me. And
right back into the hand and volleyed it right back in there. This is a big win to go into the new year, isn't it?
Yes, sir. That's what Coach Turner just told us. Let's have a good New Year's.
All right. Tell everybody back home hello.
Hello, everybody.
There it is. Rico Spikes, the star of the game. We'll come back after this timeout. Stay right here. We'll talk to Ralph Turner right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Ralph Turner taking care of a little bit of the Go Thunderwolves interview with Dax Larson right now, so we'll stall a little bit waiting for him to come on over. Tell you what else has gone on in the conference here tonight. Mines has defeated Westminster that game earlier this afternoon, 70-64. South Dakota Mines defeated Highlands 81-66. Metro defeated Mesa tonight, 98-89. Colorado Christian, a big win over Adams State tonight, 110-101. And Fort Lewis defeats Chadron State 84-59. No final yet coming in from UCCS. They don't have a live stats link as well, so we'll just have to wait on that final. Here, the Thunderwolves win it 65-64. We're going to go ahead and take another quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk to Ralph Turner right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win it 65-64. And joining us now, I think he's happy, but I'm sure he's also kind of relieved after that ball game. Thunderwolves winning at 65-64, but it turned into a nail biter there at the end, Ralph. But you guys were strong at the end and able to pull it out and get the win.
Well, I just sat down with Jed today, and we were reviewing the season. It's the end of the year, right? And we were talking about that we played 11 games and had not had one bad game, not one. We've shown up and played and scored. We've led, even the games we lost, we've led by at least 30 minutes of every game we've played. And so we've not had the bad game, and tonight we had the bad half. The second half was pretty terrible, but what did I tell you before the game about free throws? Look how many free throws we shot tonight. 1 for 5.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you're not going to score very many points when you only make one free throw in a game. It's not going to happen. You got to, we shot 40% from 3, which is not that bad. But we did a bad job tonight on a couple of areas, and I'll take full blame as the coach. It was probably on me, but we didn't handle the scout well on McLemore. You watched from here. We're supposed to be trapping him on every ball screen. How'd that look?
It didn't happen.
Yeah, Nelson kept standing in the middle of the lane and let him come across ball screens and shoot. So,
well, I thought to their credit, they kind of stayed with their game plan. Even when they fell behind double digits, they still said, you know what, we're going to run our stuff. We're going to run it down to 10 on the shot clock, get a backdoor drive, get something to the hoop, and it worked out for them.
I thought the second half, the turning point for them was they started. First thing is Will Newman got in foul trouble.
Right, that always hurts.
Yes, because he's our catalyst in a lot of ways. But they did a great job of exposing mismatches. We were switching a lot of things, and every time one of our guards switched on to 24, he went down to the post and got busy down there. And I don't know how many he ended up with. 17. He was their leading scorer. And
then McLemore got hot, hitting a couple threes. That always gets you back in the ball game. But talk about it at the end. You get down by 3, but it seemed like the team didn't panic. You got a possession where you got it down to Collar on the block, and he converted, and then Rico went to work down low late.
Yeah, he was a great player. He's just a great player. He will be hard to replace because he can do so many things. But, you think about our game, and you think about that Will didn't hardly play. You think about Mark Williams didn't hardly play. And it was a tough game for him to score and to rebound. It was a tough game for Gavin.
Yeah,
he did not make a shot. And so all of a sudden you have 3 of your guys don't show up at all. And you still find a way to win. Sevi gives us 3 threes off the bench. He'd been shooting the ball. We thought today he would shoot the ball good. We talked about it as shoot around. Donovan gave us some big baskets and big points. I thought it was, more than anything, relief.
Yeah, relief. You get the win here at home. You don't want to lose this one and then have to go out on the road. But now you got a little bit of, can I relax a little bit? Now get ready for the road trip next week. Got to play these guys again in 7 days.
We're in the NBA swing.
Yes, exactly.
It's a 2-game series. We're ahead 1-0.
It's a home and home.
We go on the road. But we better get LeBron to show up. We better get our LeBrons to show up on the road. But we'll be better.
All right.
I thought our kids played with a lot of heart. This year, the finish was 6 in a row winning. It's going to make tomorrow a little bit more enjoyable when I watch the Tide roll to victory.
Roll Tide. There you go.
All right.
There he is, Ralph Turner. Happy New Year, buddy.
Thank you, my brother.
All right. Ralph Turner, the head coach of the Thunderwolves. Ralph, we'll go ahead and let you get on out of here. And we'll go ahead and wrap up our broadcast here tonight because we are out of spots, as they say. Caitlin Norton, our producer and engineer, has informed me that. We'll give you kind of a quick recap of the ball game, tell you how it went tonight. Thunderwolves led this game throughout. They had an 18-6 lead in the first half. Eventually led it to 14 at 35-21 late in the first half. Black Hills State did get the final bucket of the first half to make it 35-24, but the Thunderwolves kept it comfortable. They led it by 13 at 44-31, led it by 12 at 46-34, but that's when Black Hills State started to catch fire. They scored 8 in a row to cut it to 4 at 46-42. Thunderwolves did get the lead back to 9 at 53-44, but that's when Black Hills State scored 8 in a row, got it within 1. They got it within 1 again at 55-54. Got it within 1 at 57-56. They finally got the lead on a McLemore 3, the first lead change of the game, when they led it 59-57. Thunderwolves came back and tied it at 59, but a 3-point play by Black Hills gave them a 3-point lead at 62-59. Collar got a bucket to make it 62-61 again. Black Hills State scored to go up by 3, but then the Thunderwolves get the final 2 buckets of the ball game to win it 65-64. Rico Spikes with a putback follow with about 10 seconds to go. Black Hills State got it to half court, called the timeout. They had 6 seconds to go, took a drive to the hoop, missed. Almost a steal by Williams, went out of bounds, and with 1.8 seconds or 1.6 seconds ago, I can't remember exactly, they got the ball inbounded to McLemore, but he shot a kind of a desperation fadeaway from the right-hand baseline just down to our right here, and it actually ended up being an air ball, and the Thunderwolves end up winning the ball game 65-64. Thunderwolves with 4 players in double figures. Spikes leads the way with 16. Josh Smith with 12. He hit 4 3-pointers in the game. Collar ended up with 10. Radakovich with 11 off the bench. Oldham with 7. Kuiper with 3. Newman with 2. Liggett played did not score. Thunderwolves shot 47% in the game. They were 10 of 25 shooting threes. That's 40%. They were only 1 of 5 from the free throw line, which is 20%. Black Hills State tonight, they end up with 4 players in double figures as well, led by Malcolm with 17, McLemore with 14, Anderson and Mendez with 11 apiece. They were 23 of 48. That's 48%. But remember, this comes from a team that only shoots 30% per game. They got 8 3-pointers. They're 8 of 15 shooting threes, which is 53%. They only shoot 30% from 3. They were 10 of 12 from the free throw line, which is 84%, and they're a team that only shoots 70% from the free throw line. So they kind of overachieved in a lot of ways shooting the basketball tonight, but they still come up short. They out-rebounded Thunderwolves tonight, 31-29. Mueller with 14 to lead the way there. Smith with 7 to lead the way for the Thunderwolves. Spikes had 5. Thunderwolves with 16 assists tonight. Spikes with 4 of them. Smith, Newman, and Collar with 3 each. 9 assists for Black Hills State. 4 players with 2 assists apiece there. Thunderwolves turned it over 9 times. Black Hills State turned it over 12 times. Thunderwolves with 7 block shots tonight. That's what they got credited with. I thought Collar had 5, but they'll look at the tape and see if there was an extra one in there. 7 blocks total. 2 blocks for Black Hills State. Thunderwolves had 6 steals, 3 of those by Newman, 2 for Josh Smith. Only 1 steal tonight for Black Hills State. Biggest lead of the game tonight for the Thunderwolves when they led by 14 at 35-21. Biggest lead tonight for Black Hills State is when they led by 3 on 2 different occasions late in the second half, 62-59 and 64-61. The game had 2 lead changes, but the ultimate lead change was at the end when the Thunderwolves got the lead back. The game was tied. And I didn't have that figured out for you real pronto. I think the game was tied on a couple of different occasions is all. Thunderwolves win it 65-64. Check the RMAC website for all the finals from tonight's ball games. We'll give you that hint. Let's give you an idea where we're going to be next week here with Thunderwolves basketball. We'll be out on the road. We'll be in the Black Hills of South Dakota. But on Friday night, our first trip ever to Rapid City to see South Dakota Mines play at their home site. Looks pretty good when I watch some of the action online on the Stretch internet feed. But we'll be there on Friday night. And the game time for that one will be 5:30 and 7:30. It is in the Mountain Time Zone, so 5:30 and 7:30. Women at 5:30, men at 7:30. Pregame show at 5:15. Now remember, on Saturday we play a little bit earlier. It'll be a 3:45 pregame show at Black Hills State. 4 o'clock the women tip. The men will tip at 6. They play a little bit earlier to give people an extra head start on making the 8-hour trip home after playing those road games. So a little bit earlier start for you on Saturday, but that's get you up to date on Thunderwolves basketball here tonight. Earlier tonight, the women won it. Catch the interview with Jim Turgeon and Lauren Hine over on the Jim Brooks fan page. I'll also the interview with Spikes, Rico Spikes, and Ralph Turner as well up on there a little bit later as well. People to thank here tonight. Well, of course, for the Thunderwolves, it's Dax Larson, the Assistant Athletic Director in charge of media relations. His faithful assistant, Sean Pooley, is back in good form here tonight. Joe Folda, the Athletic Director. Special thanks to Jim Turgeon and Ralph Turner as well, the respective head coaches. And special thanks to everybody on the other end there at Black Hills State. We'll see you next week when we get up there. Caitlin Norton's been our producer and engineer tonight of Thunderwolves basketball. We wish Caitlin a happy new year and thank her for all of her hard work. We'll talk to her next week. My name is Jim Brooks, reminding you of the finals here tonight. The Thunderwolves women win it 66-55. The men pull out a thriller. They win it 65-64. Until we talk to you next Friday night in Rapid City, this is Jim Brooks bidding you good night from Massari Arena.
This has been Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Catch all of the action all season long right here. Pueblo's home for Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves athletics is Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.